Hello and welcome back to the Nothing Nothing. Today I am going to, I'm recording this evening, but today I am going to light up my tree, like I did last year. But first I need to mention my theme, which is a rebringal from last year. And I will mention right now, if you have not seen 2016, I recommend that you go look for it. I think it's still under Christmas tree lighting reposted, but I'm probably going to change that title to say For You 2016, something like that. Well, let's begin to look at the theme items here. Okay, that's not great, but yeah. Okay, so I'm going to explain. So this year's theme is favorite memories. You can't see anything. I wonder. Oh, okay, I'm just going with it. What I'll do is I'll just grab the items and we'll move them over here in a minute. But first, we're going to start off with repeats from last year. This is why you should watch the other video first. Again, repeat number one is the coin metal object when I went to DC, which is one of my favorite memories so far. I don't have it up here as well, but in my last video I also had a Philadelphia postcard. That would also be in here. The next up is the double six from last year. Memories of playing with dominoes, but there is a bigger domino set I'm going to talk about in a minute here. I was going to knock all this stuff forward. Hold on. Next up, we have the DS and the 3DS again for video gaming memories, like last time. And then we also got the Wii, the GameCube, and the PlayStation down here, which you might remember from last year. So now we're going to get into some of my favorite, my stuff. Some of my favorite CDs or recording artists. These are just what I have out, but I have a lot more here. So first up is Prince, Rick Prince, by the way. I grew up on his music, so that's why I like him. You can't see it, but it was in a video this year. This is the classic Queen CD. And yes, I remember growing up with Queen and they were a good band. And then a local artist, and it's actually signed by the local artist. This is Jen Christie. This is a long time ago, but if you've watched my, if you watched where I was like showing my early demolition videos of my first survival or second survival house thing, I mentioned this artist and this music is playing in the background several times. This is the album that's playing. I remember going to this concert and then I realized I forgot about this, but while you're looking at that, also when I was younger I went to quite a few concerts. I happened to go to this concert, which I still have the t-shirt for, which you can barely see. There we go, now you can see it slightly better. Maybe not. But this is the Flip Flop Summer Tour 2007. This was a big tour, I remember. It was at a local stadium. And I was a fan of Kenny Chesney and Sugarland, who's on here, right here actually. And then my mom liked Brooks and Dunn, we went together. Sarah Evans, she was I liked her back then. I mean, who was that one that was on here? I don't know. Pat Green, I really didn't care for at the time, but was a good artist. We head back over. For our next item. We'll try this. Okay, now you can see something better, but I'm not going to redo it again. So, one of my favorite movies of all time, Cars. Oops, apparently there's another movie in here somewhere. I'm going to remember to take that out. But, it was one of the first movies I ever saw, or I remember seeing, and I actually enjoyed. And then Saturday Night Fever is one of my more favorite and recent movies. And I might do a proper review on this later, but for right now I need to get moving here, so let's get moving. And then, of course, the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory movie, or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, they both work. Usually the older movies I seem to like better than the newer movies. Next up is a repeat, but it's not a technical repeat of something that we already hear. You may remember last year, if you watched that video, that I had some video games laying about, and this is what's left of it. These are one of my favorite. This was one of my favorite video game series at the time, Professor Layton. By the way, here's my stereo. And then again, now we're getting into favorite books. I showed this one last year, but it's Uncle Tom's Cabin. Still haven't read it. I haven't read it all the way. Another one of my favorites, especially this time of year, The Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. A good read for the season we are in. And now, some of my other favorite memories, and I don't know if I'll be able to fit this on in one video. There's a deck of playing cards for all the memories of me and my dad playing a game, pulling out a set of 52 cards and playing a good old game of poker or something. And then next up is this Thunderbolt film thing, which is really memorable for me because this year was the 10th year of my parents doing these Lake Erie College storm games. This is just a college near me. I'm not saying if that's where exactly where I live or not. I used to help out. So yeah, my parents helped them out, and I used to help out the bookstore. And this is one of the things I have. I also have a magnet downstairs, but I don't have it up here right now. I mentioned earlier a domino set, and this domino set has more symbolic than the sixth one you see there. Although they both sort of have the same memories. This one reminds me more of Grandpa, or a friend of mine. I used to play with this when I was a lot younger, and even his children played with it. That's how old this domino set is. And I have a lot of memories playing with that. And then that actually leads me into a sad moment. So if you do not want to see this, I would say skip past the next 30 seconds or so. This is new this year to this tree, but I only came up with this year, but it's been around since the beginning of this tree. And these are close family members of mine who have passed on within the recent years. There's only 2 on this list right now, but this list will be growing. I'm not going to say who's on here, but I've already mentioned Grandpa who's on here already. And then one of my aunts, and I just mentioned it. Oh well. I'm just going to quickly show this pottery that I've also brought, this clay work that I've done. This one is shaped like a guitar. And then this one's just a cup. That's red, white, and blue. So now, let me set this up, and then we will finally get to the tree lighting. Okay, so in 3, 2, a better angle for this. In 3, 2, 1, and here's this year's tree lighting. I'll do a panorama. I'm also going to use the mirror to show you the back. Try to avoid by myself in the camera. That's how a mirror works. So this is another one of my favorite memories. Putting this tree up every year. This is my room here. Most of the decorations on here are original. That I put up almost every year, including the bulb here. That's an original. And there's my guitar pottery piece. There's my other piece. There's the candy cane here. You'll see it when I clear things down next time, but the tinsel, the major, the snowflake, the Christmas tree ornament, it's all up here. And even Santa down here, Santa ornament, and then the Santa that its eyes spin is still here. Oops. I'm going to have to fix my snowflake star up here, which is right here. Can't see it really, unfortunately, but yeah, it's like little bells. I'll fix it later. Well, anyway, and that's the end of this video. My family and I wish you happy holidays, and I am on this recording schedule right now, so this video will probably come out on Friday, or it will be Friday when you see this, or Saturday. But until then, thank you for watching, and check back on Nothing for the schedule, especially this Friday, or on Friday or Saturday.